So this is episode 1. Obviously this is Crepe Select. I'm Lawrence. This is my crepe cast, which will be sitting on YouTube only. Obviously we'll point to it on other socials. Please support it. I'm going to try and talk to all different people from all different genres, but maybe that it shows my passions, their passions, I guess based around like entrepreneurs, the local area. Less about fashion, but fashion will and crepes will obviously touch in, obviously because that's how I ended up here. This is the pilot. The background for me, it's mad because I know him well and I've known him a long time, but I did forget that, which obviously sounds nuts. But I'm finding lately, especially, I'm very passionate about like toys. I've been buying expensive toys. It was my birthday last week, and the only thing I want out of everything you could get is an expensive toy. I'm currently bidding on it. It's actually stupid price, but I think it's just showing where my brain is right now. Obviously, I've invited this brand to come and talk today, and when he's arrived this morning, I've already added 2 and 2 and actually got 4. Whereas yesterday I was adding 2 and 2 and getting 17. So it's actually a long-time friend of mine, I even felt emotional because I feel even more strongly that this is lit. So please introduce yourself, tell the people who you are and like what this is.
Okay, so I'm Raamah, and I'm an artist, and I created this almost like toy brand, underground toy brand called Trillionaire Toys Club. Yeah, it basically comes from a scene that was born in the States called bootleg toys, and that started with someone creating toys from Star Wars figures, and I decided to take it and run with it using the Simpsons brand in a sense. Bootlegging their IP.
I'm not going to talk a lot because I talk a lot.
Okay, cool.
But bootlegging meaning like it's like not allowed, or
So I think it's just the name.
okay.
So like with like real bootleg toys, they are fakes of toys, and they're all
So they're
mashed up. They're not
pretending
the
to
same.
be real.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a way to like use the IP, but without.
I've only just thought about that now. So obviously you don't have permission. The character you're creating is not a copy.
No, it's a different copy. So I mean, it's a different copy. It's different.
Inspired.
Yeah. It's using, like how you would say.
Well, we sell some custom trainers, but obviously
Yeah.
we would never sell fake. And I'm avid against it.
Yeah.
But you could call a custom shoe.
Yeah,
You
it's
could call it
an
fake,
art,
but
it's
not
an artistic
artistic.
interpretation of the.
So see
of
the
a
Star
toy.
Wars one you mentioned.
The Star Wars type. So there's a guy who started it by the name of Sucklord in the States, and he started with using, I can't remember what figure he actually used. Forgive me, but I mean if you search him up, you'll be able to find out.
And has he gone on to have any like IP issues, or has he become
No,
a
no.
massive success?
I mean, nobody's really had. There's been a couple of people that have had cease and desist, but those are where they're touching on bigger IPs. Well, I mean, I know Star Wars is a massive,
Disney,
I know Star Wars is a massive IP, but at the same time, where we are or where they are, like the underground, it's not really seen.
So when you say it's underground, what do you mean by it's just not? It's different to urban. You don't mean urban.
No.
So when you say underground, so not many people know about it.
Yeah, it's like art that's not like out there fully. Like art toys and designer toys, like say the toys that you're bidding for is out there. This is still quite early in its.
But in my head, so what he's referring to, obviously I'm heavily into cause toys. I'll quickly show you what I'm on. obviously you lot have seen these on my stories. I don't know why. I think maybe, yeah, I mean, I don't even know much about the artist. Obviously, I had the shoes to start with, the Jordan collab. And then I've crossed over. Now I just look at toys. And I'm trying to buy all of these. And they're too expensive, really, because the demand's so high. Similar, I guess, similar to shoes. But is this not what you're doing? Is it because this is his figure?
Yeah, so this is his. That's his character. That's his original character. That's that's a sculpture in his world. In a sense.
I'll be honest. Your figures that I've bought. If obviously I knew this. Now I should have asked for discount. I didn't.
No, yeah.
But your figures sit next to these figures in my house.
Yeah. So, and it works that way. Like it's like I said, it's because it's so early in its infancy, and with me as well personally, I'm trying to transition my brand into that kind of market, the art toy market, and this is like my starting point in a sense. You know
So so the question I'll ask you now, what path did you go on that led to even, I guess, wanting to do it in such a new, obviously reselling, and what I do is baking.
Yeah.
I started quite early.
Yeah.
Because I was failing at selling clothes. Give us your...
What with this?
Yeah, why you ended up here.
So, yeah, but I mean, we discussed off camera. I was working full time, but I decided to transition, and the time was right. So, my partner said she would take on the load while I try this, try doing art.
But was you already an artist?
Yeah, I was doing digital. I've been doing art from as long as I can remember. From secondary. Before that, doing comics, making comics, creating my own characters, like all of the above. Graphic design later on in life, and that's what I wanted to do, but that didn't quite work out. So I ended up working full time, and then say 3 years ago, something like that. Decided to take the plunge, and I went to Central St Martin's to do a graphic design course for it was a 6 months course, because I know that because I've been doing design and art for a long time, I just needed to get the fundamentals right and established.
Did you pay for that?
Yeah.
At that point you're not working.
At that point I wasn't working.
So big up the missus.
She's held me down. And so from
how
there,
did you? So then how did this?
So I done that, and then when I was looking for work, I was looking for graphic design work, illustration work, and there wasn't much about. I had a couple of bits and bobs here and there, but when the overarching thing was thinking, hold on a second, I'm free here. I have the opportunity to do things that I thought of in the past. So I've seen this before.
Some of these characters in your comics?
No. So these are inspired by just life experiences, things that I've come across. Like you've got Wiggy and Lupac, which is like obviously Biggie and Tupac. I've been like a massive fan of that. With what ones have I got here? With Scalped Ralph, it's the Adidas tracksuit. The stuff that I grew up on, the stuff that
I feel like you're playing it down a little bit.
What do you mean?
What was first, and what were you doing? Like, what was the debut? And
what was the debut piece?
Yeah. And when did it become? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
So what I was saying, I had the epiphany to be like, right, let me try making these stuff, because I found out I knew about these things from ages ago, from when I started working in Soho. There was a store called Play Lounge, and they sold designer toys prior. They probably sold a couple of older pieces of. No, they didn't. Tell a lie. There were shops around the area like Maharishi, Hideout.
What did they have stuff in?
They had designer couple of designer toys where they collaborated, like Bear Bricks. You've probably seen Bear Bricks, so and Bake as well. I think Bake may have had a Bear Brick or two, and Paul's early work. I think I came across around there. But yeah, I mean that was in the background, and I found Bootleg Toys through research, through streetwear, and wanting to start my own streetwear brand. And toys
Did you do that?
A little bit. I started, but then I needed to do. I was working at the same time, and then we had a baby, and it kind of went on the back burner, and I stopped working on that and just started concentrating on my work and making sure that
and how come now are we allowed? I don't know if you talk about it on camera. You're allowed to say what you do and how you do it.
What with this?
Oh, bruv, you make toys, bruv. That's kind of.
Yeah, no. So I mean, everything's handmade from. So from the card art I design, and print, and the back obviously I design. Some of them I haven't got actually one here. This one was a collaboration, so this one has a back as well.
What collaboration with who?
There's an artist called James Salt.
So what did he do?
So he created the artwork for this character. So he done this here. I usually do it myself. So in the other ones, it's me.
So how can I explore that? So is that? Did he pitch you? Did you want to work with him?
He hit me up on Instagram and said, "Do you want to work on something together?" And we both had a common interest in like Garbage Pail Kids, which was the collector's cards. And yeah,
because
so
obviously I've got Scout Grab. My one's got the red tracksuit.
Yeah.
And then is the black tracksuit new?
The black tracksuit was an exclusive I'd done for DesignerCon this year.
Okay, so I got okay, all right. I didn't get the exclusive joint. So going forward, are you becoming someone where other people that are interested, they're hitting you? Like, is that where you're?
A couple of people have hit me. Yeah, I'm working with a brand that I can't actually say at the moment because they're not released. They're not released yet, but we're doing a toy piece together. That will be hopefully later this year, early next year. But I'm actually working on like the master copy for them. What else have I got going on?
So what I will just one question I wanted to know. So how long is one piece?
How long does it take?
So obviously maybe not the first. So obviously that's creatively going to take longer. Once you know what you're doing, how long is a piece? Are you allowed to tell us that?
No. I mean it's. So
I only clocked the other. I'm sorry, I'm talking so much.
No.
The arms are like magnetic. I think does the head come off?
The heads I'm usually
hard. But you go.
Yeah, no. I mean, from idea, I did knock out one idea in a couple of days, but it's time restricted because of the material I use. So I use silicone to create a mold of the figure. So I'll break a figure apart. Depending on what my idea is, I will sculpt on top of it, like with Super Sculpey, which is it's like a type of.
Well, you're giving them the gems. He's giving you lot the gems.
Like
I didn't know if he was going to give you the gems.
It's a form of like clay or whatever, like with like scalp rough there. That's one that I like really went into detail with the with the skull in the middle. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see that.
I'll see it.
But and then I create a mold with it, a silicone mold, and then that takes about 12 hours to set. And then the next day I'll pull the mold out, prepare it, and cast using resin, which is the material that all of the pieces are made out of.
So it's quite.
It's like a one and a half hour turnaround to pull like a whole figure out, and then there is obviously the painting and then the installation of magnets, depending on what I'm using.
I'm surprised you gave them it all. Bigger. So what? Just touch on now where you trying to go with it. Would you mass produce? Are you trying to stay like it's all made by you?
So yeah, it's
Because obviously to probably buy the house out of it, you'd have to mass produce, or you'd have to fly your prices
Yeah.
to allow you to just do it.
Yeah, there is a lot that I have been thinking about in terms of like evolving
Yeah.
and growing, and one of those things was creating my own original characters, because this was like what brought a lot of people into their own like artistic practices, if that makes any sense. So there's a lot of guys that mainly in the US, I don't really know much people in the UK that do it, but they've evolved, they've moved on from, you know, like this is like an entry level kind of thing, you know, like if you
But what would be, let's say you made like a Scout Ralph and you did 4 giant pieces, and like I want one, I don't know, yeah, I can't think of who else would want one, and you make enough money,
yeah.
is that not your, I mean, I guess it's hard because it's not it's a newish type
So
of business.
So I'll show you this one. This is what I designed. This was like this is my entry level again.
Of you,
Yeah.
like your
My character.
What's the, obviously that is evolving because it's it's more you,
Yeah.
but it still sounds
It still sounds the same. Okay, so whereas this is a play on pop culture a lot. I mean, some people's work is a play on pop culture, but where this is a bit more, it's, you know, trying to be an action figure or a toy.
Yeah.
This is going into more towards the kind of sculptural aspect of it. So where paws and I mean, I can name there's a few people like Quicks and who else are my favourite? Course. They do it more sculpturally. I mean, you probably love Course.
I've not heard of it, so
yeah,
I'll look.
they're cold.
So can are you basically alluding to that if it's all your idea, you can charge me? No. Am I missing?
Well, it's there is that aspect, and then there is also being able to give people access as well. You know, like this is giving people access, but there is like exclusivity within, you know, your original pieces, your original products. You know, like our paws and.
Would you do, not to confuse anyone who's enjoying this, the digital NFTs and all that stuff? I don't want to talk about it too much.
No.
Obviously, I understand the link more so with art.
Yeah.
But it's looking like maybe another 2 years.
Yeah, I've actually got an NFT on OpenSea. I done a bit of research and I explored the possibilities, and I have an NFT with a character for a character that I've got called Panda Boy, and
So is that an original character?
So this is there's.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I don't
Yeah,
even know why I'm asking.
It's based on a magazine cover.
Do you understand? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's based on a magazine cover. It's mixed up with the Garbage Pail Kids. It's mixed up with this magazine cover of an artist, and I just kind of made it my own original thing. If that makes any sense, kind of like.
And is that so? As an NFT, is there's one?
It's an animated like trading card, and with that comes the figure, which is
how much is
one. I left it on.
Can you say that?
No, I left it on there. I can't even remember, but I did move it down because the prices of ETH and stuff always fluctuate. They go up and down or whatever, and I didn't want to charge like too much, because I'm still finding my feet. You know?
And in that marketplace, do they get quite a big cut, or do you get the money?
You sell it a one-off, and I think the good thing about it is the artist being able to have royalties on their own work.
The next person sells it.
Yeah.
I'm
So
going to check it out. Or I'll put the
yeah.
link so you lot can check it out as well.
Yeah, like so if So now, I mean, you've got old artists, old fine artists, you know, like Basquiat, like their estates don't get ownership of it after it's gone to someone else, you know. They've still got the IP.
One of the only bits of the NFT thing that I understand.
Yeah, that's what I kind of grasped from it, and then I realised, you know, like if I just kind of slowly put things in as and when, like next year I feel like I'll put like, because I do trading cards with all of these, I might put them all digital too. Well, I have them digital anyway, as digital files, and I might release them as like a collectible
Can you do, this will be the last question about the NFT side of it. So the character I have and my card, if the other person buys the character and his card, would it potentially have two separate NFTs? And then if I sell my character, that's the NFT that would move, and you would get a royalty. Or is there only one NFT?
I think that
it must go with each.
Yeah, I think it is with each. I'm not too sure about the.
Do you number
quantities.
these?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, so mine has a number, so it is unique.
Yeah.
But potentially, if it had the digital footprint on the card somehow, it's digitally unique as well.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and then, I mean, there's a lot of.
Give us this.
So this one's the first. This is like a prototype, so it's not super clean. I printed him a couple of days back. Remember right? Yeah. So I called him Bally Boy.
So this colour, is that how usually they come out? And then
so that's just basically it was a grey resin I used, but I primed it just to try and find the defects. There are still a few defects on it, but yeah, it's a character I've created. That's one of probably about 6 or 8 that I have in the pipeline for next year.
And then is this where you'll move to this, or will you'll like have this here, you'll have these here, and then you'll have something else hopefully?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on time as well, because there is sometimes a lot of time taken trying to produce for like other galleries and for shows, because I produce for a company called DKE Toys in the States.
You produce their ideas?
No, it's mine. So they do a show. They do shows 3 times. They do a show 3 times a year. During COVID, it moved online. So it's DKE Con in March. I think they do it in March. But they're doing the Designer Con in the States. Next week it opens, and I have this piece there, which is biracial art. So that's like an artist proof I've got over here.
And so, how do they know about you?
They found me through like my early work. So I done it's been over a year, I think, that I've been doing it. But I done my first piece was called Box Logo Bart, which is Bart throwing up a middle finger, wearing a Supreme t-shirt. Yeah. And
I'll be honest, I'm not even into Simpsons.
No.
As much as like a lot of people are, but the characters lit.
Yeah.
You've even made me watch a couple episodes, and I still not my favourite kind of cartoon.
Yeah, no, I mean that's why I liked to use the figures, because they've got a bit more like the other guys that do bootlegs, they do use smaller figures. Like they're like, you know, have you really seen like the Star Wars? They're really tiny. They're like 3 inches, whatever. But they haven't really got much body to it.
So just give the people. This is available at DesignerCon on a different stand, but will it be representing you, or is it
no? It'll be
them?
So it's a collab. It's not really a collab. Like it's
bought
almost.
The toys,
it's like a gallery thing. So they take a percentage. You know, like how you work with a gallery. They take a percentage.
No, I don't.
No,
I do now.
So yeah, they will ask to show your work. I've done about 3 or 4 shows with them now, and I'm kind of just giving them work because I want to build my name.
So have you got many followers in that?
Yeah, I think a lot of my sales are from people in the US.
Is shipping it to America difficult?
No, it's quite easy. Sometimes you get tricky custom charges sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy to kind of work something out with people when they do have that happen.
Sick.
But yeah, no, I provide them with an idea, and the guy that runs it, Dove, he says yes or no if it works for him or works for their show, and then we just go from there. And I make them.
Big up Dove. Lewisham on the map in America. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's going online. When I don't know when this will come out, but Friday the 5th of November, so today.
Oh, that's I thought it was Thursday as well.
Yeah.
Man, I was doing throwback Thursday pictures, and then my daughter said, "You know, it's Friday." I was like, "Oh, swear down."
Yeah.
So okay, so where can people buy these at the moment?
Online from my website, which is raamah.co.uk, which is raamah.co.uk.
I'll add all the links to his
Yeah.
website. Obviously, follow him on Insta.
Yeah, you can hit
I'm
me up
trying to
by
do
DM.
it. I'll be honest, I need like a pop-up or a display or a show. We can definitely do something. I think I've really already liked it. Now I've added up and from Lewisham and all that. I'm fully behind it.
Yeah.
But well done doing it in a world that is not. I mean, I know about what I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
imagine this is. I don't know. I market a product that everybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
You're marketing a product that probably people don't know they want,
Yeah.
but they might if they see it. So
Yeah.
please follow his Insta, hit him up. Obviously, he's put Lewisham on the toy map. Would you open a shop? Is that no?
I think where the direction I'm trying to go, like I'm trying to do like shows that, so like I want to explore like the artistic side of
What
it.
you do, you know, when like an artist does a pop up in a gallery.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Have you done that yet?
No, that was something I was thinking of doing until DesignerCon this year came up. So I decided to just do DesignerCon instead. Next year, when I do DesignerCon, I'm not gonna. So I felt like the show when I done it, I felt like I was like doing like a boot sale. You know, like when you have all your.
Yeah, I mean,
toys on there.
I've slowed down on doing it.
Yeah.
Because it is like. But
Yeah.
why do you see that as a negative? Because you can't showcase. It's not-
No, I just feel like it didn't. I think I rushed into it and it didn't show like my personality. I like clean. I like simple, you know,
It was too,
store layout.
it was
kind
too
of
busy
stuff.
almost.
Yeah.
So you got everything on one table.
Yeah.
But you can't realise that.
Yeah, so I
Ralph
want to trim it
Scalp's
down.
been
Yeah,
lifted.
exactly. Yeah, I want to trim it down. Selection of toys, selection of merch,
Well,
because I've actually
think
got.
good luck. I'd go to it all, even before I worked out that we're
Yeah.
friends. Oh, that's
Yeah, like
so
I want
bad.
to. I want it to be a bit more slick, and and then eventually I want to do like a gallery shows and be able to explore like subject matters and stuff with the
Is
toys
it-
as a medium
is
as
it-
well.
In the community, are you known in the community of doing this? Do you have a place?
In the toy community,
Yeah.
in a sense, I'm building on that.
Does
I-
it, how is it being British in it? Is it mainly American or?
It
Or-
is
or-
mainly, yeah. There's a few artists in the UK.
Are you brethren for like it's like a
Yeah, no, we
competitive
there's a guy
friendships?
called Delicious Again, Peter, who I went up to DesignerCon with. We both do two different types of things. He sometimes does a few bits of Simpsons toys, but he's very. I mean, I don't want to like give him. Like, I don't want to put him in a box, but he does do a lot of Star Wars stuff. And we went up to DesignerCon together, and there's a couple of other guys.
Big up.
We're planning a show. Well, there's someone that's planning a show next year. I mean, it's very early stages. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure, because sometimes with commitments and stuff going on, it is really hard to organise stuff and put people in in the same place at the same time. You know what I mean?
Have you been America yet with this?
No.
Is that? Do you think that would help if you're there, or is it less? I guess is it your work will do the talking?
I think my work should do the talking. You know, I want it to do the
Because what I
talking.
didn't even talk about this one, I haven't even got this yet. I'm buying this one. Is this mine?
Yeah, I got one for you.
Yeah.
I got one for you, yeah.
This is notorious wig. That's going to be my purchase today. This will be on Insta and all that stuff. I mean, yeah. I'm semi jealous that you created it in a good way.
I mean, hopefully there's someone that I've been speaking to, another artist. I won't like put any names or put anything out there just yet. But we are looking at doing a larger version of it.
Ah, sick. Is that when you say like a larger version? Is that because that's a little bit outside your current setup? Because to do it big, you need
Maybe
to
like
do
he's got
big.
a proper.
But this is wig. But we're gonna do wig big.
Yeah, he's got a proper setup. He's an established
Oh,
artist.
sick.
in the
Good
UK
luck.
scene.
I'll be in for a big one. Will it be the same? Will you edit it?
We're going to discuss
Okay,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool.
I went to see him the other week. He had a show in Box Park for the NHS.
It seems like it's quite a big. It's bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah,
Obviously, I know
it's-
that's a bit stupid. Because
Yeah,
toys.
no, it's-
Toys are massive.
Yeah, it's growing. You know what I mean? It's growing, and yeah, I hope to grow it here and
Well done.
hopefully become,
Thank you for coming down. Hope you liked the episode. Do all that stuff, like the like, the subscribe thing. Please follow the Insta, add his website, check out his stuff. What's online at the moment? Is this limited? What will be available to buy if they check out your site?
I think there is. I think
Is
as
this
far
is
as
on?
that will be. I don't think I put that on the site. That's not on the site either. But Lupac Wiggy, I've still got a few of those.
I think
there.
I've got I've got
I
that as
think
well.
you've
Yeah.
got that one. I have a couple of these
Okay.
as an artist proof, which you can just DM me about. I won't put that on the website, but because it's exclusively for DKE. But yeah.